Welcome to Simple Members. In this video we're going to take a look at how to get started. The first thing you need to do is pop over to your admin page. In here a lot of the setup occurs. The first tab is products. This is where we need to create our products. To do this, create your brand first by clicking new, and on the right hand side you can pop in a brand name and save. Once you've created the brand, you can now create the products within that specific brand range. Click the new and fill out the details on the right hand side. So give it a product name and you've got minimum quantity referring to the minimum that you would like to have in stock at any time. So if you do generate an order, and you can do this automatically, where it goes to look through all of your products to see what's gone below the minimum quantity, and it knows how many to add to the order form based on your maximum quantity. Quantity is how many you physically have right now. Retail price, wholesale price, and you can select your supplier. These suppliers are created in the suppliers tab. Once they're created there, they will appear in this list. Pop in a supplier code if you have that too. Loyalty points earned refers to the points that you can put on this product, and your members and your clients can receive those points when they purchase this product. So they can accumulate the points and then use those points to redeem on services later. If you've got a barcode for the product, you can scan that in there, and that means at point of sale when you scan the product, it'll bring up all the details. Venue use only is referring to your professional products. This is a retail product, so we leave that unticked. Leave GST free because the price is inclusive of GST, and save. And there you go. That's how easy it is to add in your products. You can continue adding as many brands as you like and as many products within each brand. If we jump to the suppliers tab here, like we mentioned before, you can create your suppliers in here. Simply click new and fill out the details and save. The next tab along is operators. Again, to create your operators, this will create a column in your appointment page for that particular operator. All you need to do is select new and you can fill out the details and save, and that'll create your operator. The next tab here is services. You can categorize your services. So to create a category, click new and give it a category name and save. Once you've created your category, you can now create your services for that particular category. So click new to create a service, give it a service name, and a price. And you can choose your duration and processing duration, which will be relevant for this one. Display color is the color that it appears as on your appointment page. Online booking name, you might want to expand on this. This is the name that appears on the online booking site. A barcode, if you have barcodes for your services that you can scan at the desk as well. Expand loyalty points, and you can also put points on your services like we saw in products. And loyalty points to redeem is referring to how many points the client or the member needs before they can start redeeming this particular service using their points. You can tick show online if you would like this one to be shown on your online booking site. Requires resource. If this requires a room, then you can tick this. It means that you can set it up so that you assign your services to specific rooms, and then when you book it in, it'll automatically book into that room as well. So it means that you're not double booking. So this might be relevant for things like an assessment room. If you've got somebody having an assessment, then you can tick requires resource for the assessment service, and then you can assign that particular assessment to the assessment room later on. And save. So that's how easy it is to create your services. The next tab along is lists. In here, like we just mentioned, you can create your resources or your rooms. here. This is where you give them the name by just clicking the new and filling out the side details. Operator levels are referring to the differences in expertise between your different operators. So it means that you've got a senior PT here. So a senior PT might cost more for clients to have an appointment with, or they might take more time or less time. So you can create different operator levels. You've also got client categories, and you can create these categories here by clicking new and giving it a name on the right and saving. And it just means that if you've created a category here, for example, members of the month, you can then go to a client's detail page and in their personal details assign them to that particular category. And then in your reports, you've got a report which will allow you to look at a list of clients from each category. So if you just wanted to target market a particular group of clients, then you can do so by assigning them to a specific category. The next tab along is SMS and email. In here, this is where we set up our reminders, our first time messages, birthday messages, and new member messages. These are our automatic message types. We call it our one-touch marketing. So you set it up once and then you don't have to worry about it again. On the left, this is where you set up your SMS Global account. When you click the buy button, it takes you straight to the SMS Global website where you can create an account with them, and you can also purchase credits online. It works out to be 8 cents per SMS. Once you've created the account with them, you come back here, you tick Enable SMS Account, pop in your username and password for SMS Global and save, and it will tell you here how many credits you've got. From these credits, your SMSs can now be sent from Simple members. So it'll just deduct from those pre-purchased credits. To turn on your one-touch marketing, in this section here, you'll see you've got appointment reminder. If you edit, on the right-hand side, all you need to do is tick SMS enabled and or email enabled. You can choose how many days before appointment to send message, and then you can choose the template which you would like to send. You can change these templates in the next tab along, which is called templates there. So if you wanted to change the wording of any of these messages or emails, you can do so here. So once you've selected those templates, you'd save and you'll see that we've already turned these ones on. You do the same thing for all of these message types. The third step is to enable your clients. So in order for your clients to receive the reminders or any of these other messages, they need to be turned on. So if you drop this menu down, you'll see you can enable all clients for SMS reminders and SMS promotions, email reminders and email promotions. To do so, select the one you want and press go and OK, and then that will turn them all on for that particular type of message. You need to do it for each one that you want. If you don't want to turn them all on in one go, you can turn them on individually from their client details page as well. So that's how to set up your SMS and email. The next tab along is templates. Like I mentioned before, this is where you can change the existing templates. So all these default ones we've created for you. To change a template, all you need to do is click the copy button and you can change the details of it here. You can give it a new name and save, and then once you've saved that, will save in the template list and you can select that one to be the one that's used for SMS reminders or email reminders or whatever you choose. You can also create a new email template or a new SMS template from scratch. The next tab along is rostering. In here, this is where we create our roster types. The roster is up on the top menu bar here. In order to use the roster, you can create your roster types first here. So things like annual leave, day off, full day, lunch, you can call it whatever you like. Just click the new button and fill out the details on the right and save. And once you've created these roster types, you can apply them in the roster. On the right hand side here, you've got roster rate types. These are the names of the rates that your operators can earn. So standard rate, weekend rate, public holiday rate, double time, you can call them whatever you like. Click the new button, give it a name and save. Once you've created the name here, you can then jump back to operators, go to roster rates, so this is Barry, click on Barry's roster rates, and in here, he's already been set up. So his weekend rate is $20. You can edit that and change it. His standard rate is $10, so you can specify what each operator's specific rates are. And once you've done this, when you use the roster, it'll calculate how many hours the operator works by their hourly rate, and it will generate a wages report for you. Okay, so the last tab along is membership. So this is where we create our memberships. To do so, click the New button, and on the right hand side, give it a membership name. So let's call this one an 18-month membership. Okay, so you can choose when it expires. So if you want to go, it expires in months, you can go 18 months. Check-in type. Now this is what will come up every time the member checks in their history of their client card section. You'll see that they've checked in for this type of visit. So if you drop this down, well, let's make this one a personal training session. So this might be a personal training membership, for example. So each time they check in, this is what will come up in their check-in visit history. The payment type can be upfront or recurring. If it's upfront, you just pop it all in there. If it's recurring, select recurring. If it's got a joining fee, you can do that. And then you can choose how it's paid, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, and then how much. And save. So this is $40 per fortnight, and save. And there we have it. There's our 18-month membership. Now that we've created that membership, I'll show you how to sell it to a client through your system. So let's create a new client. So add new client. We can fill out the details. Let's give him a name. And a mobile. You can pop in an email address. So you've got more details here, so you can fill out all of this. This is all optional. Postal address, client comments, these are things you want to know about the client each time they come in. Things like if they've got an injury, for example, these notes will come up when they check in. SMS and email, so this is where you can individually turn on the client for SMS and email reminders and promotions. And you can also pop in loyalty points there as well. And save. So we've now created Bob. Now the next thing we need to do, once we create him, we need to give him a barcode number. So if you've got cards that you give out to your members or your clients with a number on it, this is how you would pop that in. So let's just give him a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sevens. That'll do. And save. Now you can add a photo as well. So click on photo, and if you've already taken the photo, you've saved it as a file on your computer, you can just browse, select the file, and it'll come up there once you've saved. You can also edit his personal details at any time. Now you'll see here, this is his product history. At the moment he's a new client, so he hasn't purchased any products, and all of his visit history happens down here. So check-ins, memberships, and visits. So he doesn't have anything at the moment. So what we'll need to do is let's sell him a membership. So from here, if you go to the actions menu, you can add the client directly to point of sale. So add to sale, and it takes him to the cash register. So we need to select membership, and on the right hand side, let's say it's sold by Lee, and he would like to purchase the 18-month membership. Now you can change the start date, so if they're not starting today, they're starting another day, you can change that. You've got a joining fee, and save. And then receive payment. Now that joining fee, if he's paying for that now, then you can choose cash, credit, FPOS, or any of these other payment types. Now if you are using Quick Pay, and Quick Pay is doing all the payment side of things, and you're not receiving any money from him at this point in time, you would drop the menu down and you would choose venue use. So that way it accounts for that joining fee, which obviously Quick Pay will direct debit from his account once you've set all of that up, but you're not receiving any cash from him right now. So it'll just go against the venue. And finish sale, You can print the receipt if you want, and then that's done. So now, if we search for him, on the right hand side, no view details, we'll just go to his client card. You'll see now if we go to the memberships section of his history, he has a membership there. So there you go. Now if we want to check him in, let's go back to appointments, click check in. Now his number was 7777, check in. And there you go. So it's come up that he's actually been declined, probably because we haven't actually set him up with Quick Pay yet. But if that was okay, you can go override and it comes up as okay. So that's how to check somebody in. Now, if we close that, or actually if we go to his client card here, you'll see in his check-ins history, he's had one check-in today as well now. So you can see how it does track everything. So that's how to set up your client and sell them a membership. Now I'll also show you the report section, just briefly, while we're talking about check-ins. One of the great reports in here is a membership check-in report. This will actually tell you what check-ins you've had that day. You can change the dates to look at a different date range, but you can see that check-in that we just had with Bob is there. So you can come here at any time and you can see who's in your gym right now. There are lots of other reports in here, so you can take a look at those. There's a description of what each does on the right hand side. But you've got things like your sales report, so it'll track all your sales, your wages report, and lots of different reports. If we jump to the appointments page, in here, this is how to make an appointment. So if you needed to schedule a personal training session in with one of your personal trainers here, this is how to do it. So let's say somebody would like to come in at 2 p.m. with Sammy. Click the time slot. On the right hand side, search for your client. Select their name from the search results, and this is our services list. So from here we can select what they'd like to come in for. So let's say personal training and confirm, and that's done. So once you've made the appointment, you can pick it up, you can drag it to someone else, you can also lengthen it or you can shorten it. When you click on the client's name on their appointment, you've got quite a few visit options here. So add client to sale. If this was a once-off where they needed to pay for this session, you can add them to sale and process that through point of sale. You can view the details, so the visit details, contact details, and also any comments that have been made about this specific appointment. To make the comments, close this down, click on the client's name again and select Edit Details. On the right hand side, you can then make a comment. So you could say what you did that day, whatever you like. Save. And when you click on the client's name and go View Details, it comes up there. So then when you go to the client's card and then you go to Visits, it'll tell you that green means today. So today, this particular client has come in for a personal training session, and there's our comment there. So everything is tracked. So you've got these 3 different visit histories there. Go back to appointments. If we click on the client's name again, you've also got the option to move. If you wanted to move it to another day, click move. It comes over here on the right hand side. Change the date, either using the arrows or the calendar. Click your mouse down and it's been moved. So you're basically just cutting and pasting it to pop it down somewhere else. Click on the client's name. You've also got copy. Copy will leave the original one there and it'll copy a whole brand new one on the right hand side. Click the mouse down again, you've got the exact same thing. So in the example of you wanting to, reschedule that appointment or have, rebook it in for the future, the exact same thing with all the same notes, then you can do that. You can change the date and pop it in the future sometime. Click on the client's name. You've also got repeat, so you can repeat the appointment daily, weekly, fortnightly or monthly for up until 12 weeks at a time. Click on the client's name. You've got flag as, so you can flag them as a no-show, a first visit, requested, which means they've requested to be with that particular personal trainer or that operator, so you know not to move them to someone else. Confirmed, if you have your two-way SMS messaging set up, your clients can actually reply with the word yes, and it will actually put a C on their appointment automatically. To do that, check out the video in your how-to video collection in your help page called two-way messages, and that'll show you how to do that, or VIP. Click on the client's name again. The last option is delete, so you can delete the appointment if you don't want to anymore. So that's how easy it is to make an appointment. If you've navigated away from today, so if you've gone into the future sometime, or rather this way, and you're somewhere else, to get back to today, all you need to do is click appointments and it takes you back to today. At this point, let me show you the help page. Up on the right hand side, you've got help, and in here, when you have a question, you can create a help ticket, type your question here and send, and that'll come through to our help desk, and we're always replying to those questions. Otherwise, you can check out this how-to video collection in here as well for other videos and other features. Thank you for your time, and do enjoy setting up and getting ready to go with your Simple Members account.